Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and they'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the #1 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Offense working from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he's knocked down. Clemson jumps to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. And he gets a big chunk of yardage. Yard line.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
He's got the tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coaches loving that.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's John. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Syracuse's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These 2 running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting hit.
Clemson is quick to the line. A first down run in the red zone. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
It's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Wants to throw on first down. That pass is incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds a tight end. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Makes his connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Incomplete, and the defense holds.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's John. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
From the gun, running back on the move. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Leaves it with the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Syracuse right back at it.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The give and the run on fourth down. And the Tigers get it past the sticks. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And he'll be brought down. Here on 2nd down. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You know, in the running game, there's a lot of ways that you can attack the defense. You can do it conventionally with running backs, and we're seeing more and more teams use the quarterback in the RPO game and zone reads. But I love when you sprinkle in a little jet sweep. Use the athleticism of your wide receivers to help you go get first downs.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Hands it off. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They build this fourth-quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
This has been a dominant performance by the Clemson defense. They have kept the offense in reverse all day. The great defensive legend would be proud.
Oh, they would be stoked. I mean, just to have a complete performance. The defensive line shutting down the run, making sure you can't get any kind of run game going in the secondary, being locked down, linebackers flying around. It's been a complete performance, and it's been complete domination.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Syracuse right back at it. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Shoots it to the left. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, that's one that well, good coverage.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. It's complete to the left. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. He's looking to throw it. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Syracuse has it in the red zone. Looking to throw on 3rd. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. Cut. What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside possession right back. Offense set on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tiger. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Finds a spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They want to just keep throwing it. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Akers. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different cover.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's back to throw on second down. The sure hands, it's Akers. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the air on first down. He makes a grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Quick strike complete. Knocked down for the tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touch.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go.
He's off to the races. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just... things that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than pop.
Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. 1st down here for the offense. The give to the lone running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Can't connect on his first throw.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to move it through the air. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff protection.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Paul.